48 degrees in Boston yesterday afternoon, 15 degrees right now. That's a 33-degree temperature drop in less than 24 hours. And Boston, you are not done falling yet. What's your current temperature reading? Because I need you to understand the scale of what we're dealing with here. This is not a typical winter storm system. We have over 60 million people under winter weather alerts right now, stretching from Oklahoma to Maine, and the computer models are showing something tonight that has me genuinely concerned about Friday night into Saturday. I'm going to walk you through exactly what that concern is, when this impacts your specific area, and why the forecast you're seeing on other outlets might be significantly underestimating what's coming. Leave your location in the comments immediately. I'm making detailed forecasts tonight for every city that gets mentioned, and tomorrow's video will have your personalized breakdown. The more specific you can be, neighborhood level if possible, the better I can dial this in for you. Let me give you the critical timing windows right now for the major population centers. Boston. Your heaviest snow begins Saturday morning around 6 a.m., continues through Saturday afternoon with snowfall rates that could hit 2 inches per hour. New York City. You're starting Friday evening around 7 p.m., intensifying overnight, absolute peak intensity Saturday morning. Philadelphia. Friday evening around 5 p.m. is when this begins, heaviest overnight into Saturday morning. Washington, D.C., Friday afternoon around 3 p.m., heaviest Friday evening through midnight. Detroit, you're earlier than everyone else, Friday morning around 8 a.m. through Friday evening. But here's the thing that's keeping me up tonight, and this is not hyperbole. The NAM model, that's the North American Mesoscale model, it's a high-resolution, short-range model. It came in this evening showing a level of intensification along the coast that frankly shocked me. If that model is correct, and I'm saying if very deliberately because we need confirmation, we're not talking about a significant winter storm anymore. We're talking about a historic winter storm for parts of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. I'm going to show you what both scenarios look like, but I need you to understand we won't have clarity on which one is right until tomorrow's model runs. The setup is this. There's cold air in place, and when I say cold air, I mean air that originated over the Arctic Circle. That air mass pushed south over the last 72 hours, and it's sitting over the eastern two-thirds of the United States right now like a heavy blanket. Meanwhile, there's energy in the southern jet stream, currently over Texas, that's going to interact with that cold air over the next 36 hours. Where they meet? Snow happens. A lot of snow. Dallas. You're at 28 degrees right now. That's your current reading in late January, which isn't unprecedented, but it's cold for Dallas. Tonight you dropped to 19. But your bigger story is what happened yesterday. You had ice. That ice is still on the roads in many areas because temperatures haven't gotten above freezing long enough for significant melting. Be careful out there today. Fort Worth, identical situation. 28 current, 19 tonight. Arlington, same story. Houston, you're warmer. 42 degrees currently. But here's your issue. Tonight you drop to 32, right at freezing. Tomorrow morning, 28. For Houston, that's problematic. Your infrastructure simply isn't built for extended freezing temperatures. San Antonio, 38 degrees right now, dropping to 28 tonight. Austin, 36 currently, 29 tonight. But let's shift focus because the real story is what develops Thursday night into Friday. That southern energy I mentioned, it's going to transfer to a new low-pressure center off the mid-Atlantic coast. This is called a transfer, and it happens in a lot of East Coast winter storms. The question, and this is the critical question that determines everything about this forecast, is how strong does that new coastal low become, and how quickly does it intensify? The GFS model, that's the American Global Model, shows moderate intensification. That gives us a significant winter storm with widespread 6 to 12-inch snowfall totals. The European model shows stronger intensification. That gives us 8 to 16-inch totals across a larger area. But the NAM model, that high-resolution model I mentioned, it shows explosive intensification. That gives us 12 to 24-inch totals in the jackpot zone. 3 different models, 3 very different outcomes. This is why meteorology is both a science and an art. We have to interpret these models, weight them based on their historical performance in similar setups, and make a forecast that reflects the most likely outcome while acknowledging the uncertainty. Let me start region by region, and I'm going to give you ranges that reflect this uncertainty. Street Louis, you're on the western edge of this system. Snow begins Thursday evening, probably around 8 or 9 p.m. Initially, it might start as a wintry mix, maybe some sleet mixed with snow, but it transitions to all snow overnight. By Friday afternoon, 3 to 7 inches. You're currently at 23 degrees, falling to 14 tonight. That's cold enough that any precipitation that falls is staying frozen. Kansas City, very similar situation to Street Louis. Mix to snow transition Thursday evening. Total accumulation 3 to 6 inches by Friday morning. Temperature right now 26 degrees. Tonight 17. Springfield, Missouri, 2 to 5 inches Thursday evening into Friday morning. You're on the southern edge, so totals are lower. Indianapolis. Your snow begins Thursday evening around 9 p.m. All snow from the start. By Friday morning, you've got 4 to 7 inches on the ground. By Friday evening, total storm accumulation 7 to 12 inches. The wind Friday afternoon is going to be fierce. Sustained winds 25 to 35 miles per hour, gusts to 45. That creates near whiteout conditions even after the heaviest snow ends. Current temperature 20 degrees. Tonight dropping to 11. Cincinnati, you're starting Thursday evening as well, around 8 or 9 p.m. Friday morning, 4 to 6 inches already accumulated. Friday evening total, 6 to 10 inches. But here's your complication. You're right on the line where the storm track matters enormously. If the low track's 50 miles further south than currently projected, you could see less. 50 miles north, you could see more. Current temperature 24 degrees, tonight 16. Columbus. Thursday night around 10 p.m. is when snow arrives. Friday morning, 5 to 8 inches. Friday evening total, 8 to 13 inches. Ohio State might want to consider their Friday schedule very carefully because Friday morning travel is going to be extremely hazardous. Temperature currently 22 degrees, tonight dropping to 13. Cleveland. This is where Lake Erie starts becoming a factor. The main system gives you snow Thursday night into Friday, 7 to 12 inches. But then Friday night into Saturday, as winds shift to the northwest, lake effect snowbands develop. Total storm snowfall by Saturday evening, possibly 15 to 20 inches, locally higher in the snow belt. Currently 23 degrees. Tonight 14. Toledo, similar pattern to Cleveland. Main system snow Thursday night through Friday, 6 to 10 inches. Lake enhancement Friday night. Additional 3 to 6 inches possible. Temperature right now 21 degrees, tonight 12. Let me address something that I haven't seen other forecasters really emphasizing yet. The wind with this system is going to be a major story. It's not just about snow accumulation. When you combine heavy snow with winds gusting to 40, 45, even 50 miles per hour in some locations, you get blizzard conditions. Visibility drops to near zero. Snow drifts significantly. Roads that were just plowed become impassable again within an hour. Detroit, I mentioned your timing earlier. Snow Friday morning around 8 a.m. By Friday afternoon, you're looking at 6 to 11 inches. But the wind, Friday afternoon and evening, sustained at 30 to 35 miles per hour, gusts to 50. That's blizzard criteria if the snow is still falling heavily, which it will be. Currently 19 degrees, tonight 8 degrees. Yes, 8 degrees in Detroit tonight. Flint, very similar to Detroit. Snow Friday morning, 6 to 10 inches by evening. Brutal wind Friday afternoon. Temperature right now 18 degrees, tonight 7. Lansing, slightly higher snowfall than Detroit. 7 to 12 inches Friday. Wind just as bad. Currently 17 degrees. Tonight 6. Grand Rapids. You're typically a good snow getter in these northwest flow systems. 8 to 13 inches Friday. Lake Michigan might add some enhancement on the backside. Temperature now 16 degrees, tonight 5. Ann Arbor, 6 to 11 inches Friday. The University of Michigan absolutely should cancel Friday classes if they value student safety. Currently 18 degrees, tonight 7. Let me jump to the Mid-Atlantic because this is where that model disagreement I mentioned becomes absolutely critical. Practically speaking, the difference between the GFS solution and the NAM solution for cities like Philadelphia and New York is enormous. Washington, D.C., Snow begins Friday afternoon around 3 p.m. By Friday evening, you've got 3 to 5 inches. By Saturday morning, this is where the forecast branches. Conservative scenario, GFS-based, you're at 6 to 11 inches total. Aggressive scenario, NAM-based, you're at 10 to 18 inches total. That's a huge spread, and I'm being completely transparent with you about why. The models fundamentally disagree on how strong this coastal low becomes. What I can tell you is this. The trend over the last 24 hours has been toward the stronger solution. Yesterday's models were showing the weaker scenario. Today's models have trended stronger. If that trend continues in tomorrow's runs, I'm going to have more confidence in the higher totals. Current temperature in D.C., 30 degrees. Tonight, 21. Baltimore, essentially identical to D.C. Friday afternoon start, 3 to 5 inches by evening, 6 to 11 conservative total, 10 to 18 aggressive total. The city is not well equipped for the upper end of that range. Current temperature, 29 degrees. Tonight, 20. Wilmington, Delaware, starting Friday afternoon, slightly earlier than D.C., maybe 2 p.m. Conservative total, 6 to 12 inches. Aggressive total, 11 to 19 inches. Currently 28 degrees. Tonight 19. Philadelphia. This is a critical forecast. Snow begins Friday evening around 5 p.m. By Saturday morning, you're in the teeth of this system. Conservative scenario, 7 to 13 inches. Aggressive scenario, 13 to 22 inches. That upper number would make this one of the top 10 snowstorms in Philadelphia history. The wind Saturday morning could gust to 55 miles per hour. Combined with heavy snow, that's complete whiteout conditions. Temperature now, 27 degrees, tonight 18. Allentown. You're in the Lehigh Valley, elevation helps you, you're typically a strong snow location. Friday evening start. Conservative 9 to 15 inches, aggressive 15 to 25 inches. That upper number seems crazy, I know. But if the NAM is right about the intensification, it's possible. Currently 26 degrees, tonight 17. Reading. Similar to Allentown, 8 to 14 conservative, 14 to 23 aggressive. Temperature 27 degrees. Tonight 17. Harrisburg, 7 to 13 conservative, 12 to 20 aggressive. Friday morning start. Currently 28 degrees. Tonight 18. Let me take a breath here and address something. I know these ranges are wider than you're used to seeing in forecasts. Most forecasters are giving you tighter ranges. The reason I'm not is because I think that tighter range creates false confidence. When models disagree this significantly, I think it's more honest to show you the full spread of possibilities. Tomorrow, when we have better model agreement, and we will have better agreement, I'll tighten these ranges considerably. New York City, all 5 boroughs. Snow begins Friday evening around 7 p.m. Light at first, intensifying rapidly after midnight. Saturday morning is when this reaches peak intensity. Conservative scenario, 8 to 14 inches total. Aggressive scenario, 14 to 24 inches total. The higher end would require that explosive coastal development. Wind Saturday morning sustained at 35 to 40 miles per hour, gusts to 55. Kennedy Airport, LaGuardia, Newark Airport, all 3 are going to have massive delays Friday night and likely complete shutdowns Saturday morning if the aggressive scenario plays out. Temperature currently 29 degrees. Tonight, 22. The Bronx and Queens typically see slightly higher totals than Manhattan due to elevation differences. Add an inch or two to whatever Manhattan gets. Brooklyn, similar to Manhattan. Staten Island, you're the most southern borough. You might be on the rain-snow line briefly Friday evening, but it quickly becomes all snow. Long Island. This is where things get really interesting. Nassau County, 8 to 15 conservative, 15 to 26 aggressive. Suffolk County, especially eastern Suffolk, 9 to 17 conservative, 16 to 28 aggressive. Those eastern Long Island totals could be absolutely historic if the NAM solution verifies. Currently 28 degrees, tonight 21. Westchester County, 8 to 15 conservative, 14 to 24 aggressive. White Plains specifically, add another inch to those numbers. New Rochelle, similar. Connecticut is going to get destroyed. I'm just going to say it plainly. Southwestern Connecticut, places like Stamford, Greenwich, Norwalk, 7 to 14 conservative, 13 to 23 aggressive. Friday night into Saturday morning is your window. Bridgeport, 8 to 15 conservative, 14 to 25 aggressive. New Haven, 9 to 16 conservative, 15 to 26 aggressive. Hartford, you're further inland, so you get into this slightly earlier. Friday evening, 10 to 17 conservative, 16 to 28 aggressive. That upper number would shatter Hartford's single-storm snowfall record. Waterbury, 10 to 18 conservative, 17 to 29 aggressive. The terrain there enhances snowfall rates significantly. New London, you're on the coast. 8 to 14 conservative, 14 to 24 aggressive. Current temperature across Connecticut averaging 27 to 29 degrees. Tonight dropping to 18 to 20. Rhode Island, Providence, Friday night into Saturday. 9 to 16 conservative, 16 to 27 aggressive. Snowfall rates Saturday morning could exceed 2 inches per hour if the aggressive scenario happens. The winds Saturday, sustained at 35 to 45 miles per hour, gusts to 60. That's borderline hurricane-force wind gusts combined with heavy snow. That's a blizzard by any definition. Currently 28 degrees. Tonight 19. Warwick, similar to Providence. Newport, your coastal, might be slightly lower, 8 to 15 conservative, 14 to 25 aggressive. Massachusetts, let's start with Boston. Friday night snow begins, probably around 9 or 10 p.m. Light overnight, Saturday morning, 6 a.m. onward, this is when Boston gets hit hard. Conservative scenario, 11 to 19 inches. Aggressive scenario, 18 to 30 inches. I want to be very clear about that upper number. If we see 30 inches of snow in Boston, that would be in the top 3 snowstorms in Boston history. It would approach the blizzard of 78. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that if the NAM model is correct in its depiction of coastal intensification, that's the mathematical outcome. Wind Saturday afternoon sustained at 40 to 50 miles per hour, gusts to 65, currently 29 degrees, tonight 20. Cambridge, add an inch to whatever Boston gets. Quincy, similar to Boston. Brockton, add 1 to 2 inches due to elevation. Worcester, you're the king of Massachusetts snowfall in these systems. 12 to 20 conservative, 20 to 34 aggressive. That upper number would be the largest snowstorm in Worcester history. Elevation there really enhances snowfall rates. Currently 26 degrees, tonight 17. Springfield, Western Mass, you get into this earlier. Friday evening start, 10 to 17 conservative, 16 to 26 aggressive. Temperature 25 degrees. Tonight 16. Cape Cod, here's your situation. You're surrounded by ocean, which usually moderates totals. But in a very intense coastal storm, you can actually see enhancement from the ocean moisture. 8 to 15 conservative, 14 to 24 aggressive. Hyannis specifically, similar numbers. Provincetown at the tip, 7 to 13 conservative, 12 to 22 aggressive. The Islands, Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket, 7 to 14 conservative, 13 to 23 aggressive. The ocean influence keeps you on the lower end usually, but not in a bomb cyclone, which is what the aggressive scenario represents. Let me explain what a bomb cyclone is, because you might hear that term. It's when a low-pressure system intensifies extraordinarily rapidly, specifically when the central pressure drops 24 millibars in 24 hours. The NAM model is showing that kind of intensification. The European is showing close to it. The GFS is not. That's the fundamental disagreement. New Hampshire, Manchester, 11 to 19 conservative, 18 to 29 aggressive, Friday night into Saturday. Currently 27 degrees, tonight 16. Nashua, similar to Manchester. Concord, you're the capital, typically good snow location. 12 to 20 conservative, 19 to 31 aggressive. Portsmouth, coastal location, 9 to 17 conservative, 16 to 27 aggressive. Let me hit some White Mountain locations because the mountains are going to see incredible snowfall. North Conway, 14 to 23 conservative, 22 to 36 aggressive. Franconia Notch, 15 to 25 conservative, 24 to 38 aggressive. Those upper-end numbers would be measured in feet, not inches. 3 feet of snow in the higher elevations is possible if the aggressive scenario happens. Vermont, Burlington, you're on Lake Champlain. The main system gives you 8 to 14 conservative, 13 to 22 aggressive. Then there's a question about lake effect enhancement, Saturday into Sunday from Lake Champlain. Currently 24 degrees, tonight 13. Montpelier, state capital, 9 to 16 conservative, 15 to 25 aggressive. Rutland, you're in the valley, 8 to 15 conservative, 14 to 23 aggressive. Bennington, southern Vermont, closer to the storm track, 10 to 17 conservative, 16 to 26 aggressive. Brattleboro, southeastern corner, 11 to 18 conservative, 17 to 27 aggressive. Maine, Portland, Saturday morning into afternoon is your window. 11 to 19 conservative, 18 to 29 aggressive. The wind, Saturday afternoon, sustained at 40 to 50 miles per hour, gusts to 65 miles per hour. The power outages could be significant if we're on the upper end. Heavy wet snow combined with high winds taking down trees and power lines. Currently 28 degrees, tonight 18. Bangor, 13 to 22 conservative, 21 to 33 aggressive. The further north and east you go in Maine, the higher these totals go generally. Temperature 25 degrees, tonight 14. Augusta, 11 to 20 conservative, 18 to 30 aggressive. Lewiston-Auburn area, 12 to 20 conservative, 19 to 30 aggressive. Caribou, far northern Maine, 9 to 17 conservative, 15 to 26 aggressive. You're on the edge of the heaviest snow. Currently 21 degrees, tonight 9. Let me jump back to Pennsylvania because there are several cities I haven't covered yet. Pittsburgh, you're getting hammered. Friday morning into Friday evening, conservative 11 to 18 inches, aggressive 17 to 27 inches. The terrain around Pittsburgh enhances snowfall. The valleys and hills create localized pockets where snowfall rates can be significantly higher than the regional average. Currently 26 degrees, tonight 15. Erie, you're the Pennsylvania lake effect king. The main system Friday gives you 9 to 15 conservative, 15 to 24 aggressive. Then Saturday into Sunday, Lake Erie lake effect kicks in. Additional 6 to 12 inches possible from lake effect. Total storm snowfall by Sunday evening. Conservative 17 to 27. Aggressive 24 to 38. That upper number would be over 3 feet of snow. Temperature now 23 degrees. Tonight 12. Scranton-Wilkes-Barre, northeastern Pennsylvania. Friday morning into evening. Conservative 10 to 17. Aggressive 16 to 27. Currently 25 degrees. Tonight 16. Altoona, the Allegheny Mountains. Friday morning through afternoon, conservative 13 to 21, aggressive 20 to 32. Elevation there really boosts totals. Temperature 24 degrees, tonight 14. State College, Penn State, 11 to 19 conservative, 17 to 28 aggressive, Friday morning through evening. The university absolutely needs to cancel Friday classes and probably Saturday as well if we're on the aggressive end. Currently 25 degrees, tonight 15. York, 7 to 13 conservative, 12 to 21 aggressive. Lancaster, 6 to 12 conservative, 11 to 20 aggressive. Let me address something at the halfway mark here. Tomorrow's forecast is going to be significantly more confident than today's. Tonight's midnight model runs are critical. Tomorrow morning's models even more so. By tomorrow evening, when I put out the next video, we should know with much more certainty whether we're dealing with the conservative scenario or the aggressive scenario. Drop your location in the comments if you haven't already. I'm going through every single comment tonight and tomorrow morning, and tomorrow's video will have personalized forecasts for each location mentioned. New York State beyond, New York City. Albany, 8 to 15 conservative, 14 to 24 aggressive. Friday evening into Saturday. The capital region typically does well in these systems. Temperature currently 27 degrees, tonight 17. Syracuse, you're in a fascinating position. The main system Friday gives you 6 to 11 conservative, 10 to 18 aggressive. But then Lake Ontario lake effect Saturday through Monday could add another 8 to 15 inches. Total storm snowfall conservative 15 to 26, aggressive 20 to 33. Currently 25 degrees, tonight 14. Rochester, similar lake effect situation to Syracuse. Main system 5 to 9 conservative, 8 to 15 aggressive. Lake effect Saturday through Monday adds 8 to 14. Total storm conservative 14 to 23, aggressive 18 to 29. Temperature 24 degrees, tonight 13. Buffalo. You're the lake effect capital of the United States. Main system Friday, 5 to 10 conservative, 8 to 16 aggressive. But then the lake effect machine absolutely turns on. Saturday through Monday, additional 15 to 25 inches possible in the southern suburbs. Total storm snowfall conservative, 22 to 35, aggressive 25 to 41. Orchard Park, Hamburg, you know you're in the bullseye. Currently 23 degrees, tonight 11. Utica, 10 to 17 conservative, 16 to 26 aggressive. Friday into Saturday. Rome, similar numbers. Temperature 26 degrees, tonight 15. Binghamton, you're in the southern tier. Typically good snow area. 9 to 16 conservative, 15 to 25 aggressive. Currently 25 degrees, tonight 14. Elmira, 8 to 15 conservative, 13 to 23 aggressive. Ithaca, Cornell, 10 to 17 conservative, 16 to 26 aggressive. Watertown, near Fort Drum. You're right on Lake Ontario. Main system, 8 to 14 conservative, 13 to 22 aggressive. Lake effect adds another 10 to 16. Total storm conservative 19 to 30, aggressive 25 to 38. Plattsburgh, northern New York, near Canada. 7 to 14 conservative, 12 to 22 aggressive. Friday night into Saturday. Temperature 24 degrees, tonight 12. Let me hit New Jersey more thoroughly. Newark, I mentioned with New York City. Trenton, 6 to 12 conservative, 11 to 20 aggressive. Friday afternoon into Saturday morning, currently 28 degrees, tonight 20. Atlantic City, you're coastal. The storm track really matters for you. Conservative 5 to 11, aggressive 10 to 20. There's even a chance you could see some mixing with sleet Friday evening if the low tracks a certain way, but right now straight snow looks most likely. Temperature 31 degrees, tonight 23. Patterson, 7 to 13 conservative, 12 to 21 aggressive. Jersey City, similar to Newark. New Brunswick, 6 to 12 conservative, 11 to 20 aggressive. Let me address the Midwest cities I haven't covered yet. Milwaukee, similar to Chicago, which I'll get to in a moment. Friday morning into afternoon, 7 to 13 conservative, 11 to 20 aggressive. Wind Friday afternoon sustained at 35 to 40 miles per hour, gusts to 55. Currently 17 degrees, tonight -2. Yes, -2 tonight in Milwaukee. Madison, Wisconsin, 6 to 12 conservative, 10 to 18 aggressive. Friday morning through early afternoon. Temperature now 16 degrees, tonight -3. Green Bay, 5 to 11 conservative, 8 to 16 aggressive. Thursday night into Friday. Currently 14 degrees, tonight -4. Chicago. Let me give you the full picture because you're a major metro. Snow begins Friday around 2 a.m. By Friday morning rush hour, 3 to 5 inches already down. Roads are going to be a disaster for morning commute. By Friday afternoon, conservative 9 to 15 inches total, aggressive 14 to 23 inches. The wind, Friday afternoon and evening, sustained at 40 to 45 miles per hour, gusts to 55. That combined with heavy snow falling, we're talking about textbook blizzard conditions. O'Hare and Midway airports expect major delays Friday and possible closures if we hit the aggressive scenario. Currently 18 degrees, tonight -1. The south suburbs of Chicago typically see higher totals than the city itself. Add 1 to 2 inches. Northern suburbs, similar. Western suburbs like Naperville and Aurora add an inch or 2. Rockford, Illinois, northwest of Chicago. 6 to 12 conservative, 10 to 18 aggressive. Thursday night into Friday. Temperature now 15 degrees. Tonight -4. Peoria, central Illinois. 5 to 10 conservative, 8 to 16 aggressive. Thursday night into Friday. Currently 19 degrees, tonight 4. Springfield, Illinois. 4 to 9 conservative, 7 to 14 aggressive. Thursday evening into Friday morning. Temperature 22 degrees. Tonight, 7. Champaign, Urbana, 5 to 10 conservative, 8 to 16 aggressive. University of Illinois, cancel Friday classes. Currently 20 degrees, tonight 5. Quad Cities, Davenport Moline area. 5 to 10 conservative, 8 to 15 aggressive. Thursday night into Friday. Temperature 17 degrees, tonight 2. Iowa, Des Moines. 4 to 9 conservative, 7 to 14 aggressive. Thursday evening into Friday morning. Currently 15 degrees, tonight -2. Cedar Rapids, 4 to 8 conservative, 6 to 13 aggressive. Thursday night into Friday. Temperature 13 degrees, tonight -4. Dubuque, Northeast Iowa. 5 to 11 conservative, 8 to 17 aggressive. You're right on the Mississippi. Good snow location usually. Thursday night into Friday. Currently 14 degrees, tonight -3. Sioux City, Western Iowa. 2 to 6 conservative, 4 to 10 aggressive. You're on the western fringe. Thursday night. Temperature 8 degrees, tonight -8. Let me check back in with the South, because while snow is minimal there, the cold is the headline. Memphis, Tennessee, you're at 16 degrees right now. Tonight, 7 degrees. 7 degrees in Memphis. Tomorrow night, 6 degrees. This is dangerous cold for Memphis. Any pipes not properly protected are at risk. Nashville, 18 degrees currently. Tonight, 9 degrees. Tomorrow night, 8 degrees. Nashville, like Memphis, simply isn't built for multi-day stretches of single-digit temperatures. Knoxville, 22 degrees now. Tonight, 13. Tomorrow night, 12. You might see a coating to an inch of snow Thursday night, but the cold is what matters. Chattanooga, 24 degrees currently. Tonight, 14. Tomorrow night, 13. Similar minimal snow potential. Extreme cold concern. Atlanta, I started this forecast mentioning you. You're at 15 degrees right now. Tonight, 8 degrees. Tomorrow night, 7 degrees. This is historically cold for Atlanta. The city infrastructure, the homes, nothing is designed for this. Protect pipes. Check on elderly neighbors. Bring pets inside. Birmingham, 16 degrees now. Tonight, 9. Tomorrow night, 8. Huntsville, 18 degrees now. Tonight, 10. Tomorrow night, 9. Montgomery, Alabama, 26 degrees currently. Tonight, 16. Tomorrow night, 15. Mobile, down on the Gulf Coast, 30 degrees now. Tonight, 22. Tomorrow night, 21. For Mobile, that's remarkably cold. New Orleans, 31 degrees currently. Tonight, 24. Tomorrow night, 23. Protect your pipes, New Orleans. Your homes aren't insulated for this. Baton Rouge, 29 degrees now. Tonight, 21. Tomorrow night, 20. Shreveport, Louisiana, 25 degrees currently. Tonight, 16. Tomorrow night, 15. Jackson, Mississippi, 22 degrees now. Tonight, 14. Tomorrow night, 13. Little Rock, Arkansas. I mentioned you're at 15 degrees currently. Tonight, you're dropping to 7. Tomorrow night, 6. This is extreme cold for Arkansas, truly dangerous. Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, 22 degrees now. Tonight, 11. Tomorrow night, 10. Tulsa, 20 degrees currently. Tonight, 9. Tomorrow night, 8. Kansas, Wichita, 16 degrees now. Tonight, 3. Tomorrow night, -1. Topeka, 15 degrees currently. Tonight, 1. Tomorrow night, -2. Snow Thursday into Friday, 3 to 7 conservative, 5 to 11 aggressive. Omaha, Nebraska, 13 degrees now. Tonight, -1. Tomorrow night, -4. Snow Thursday night, 3 to 7 conservative, 5 to 11 aggressive. Lincoln, Nebraska, 11 degrees currently. Tonight, -2. Tomorrow night, -5. Similar snow forecast to Omaha. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You're at -2 degrees right now. Tonight, -9. Tomorrow night, -12. Snow Thursday minimal, 1 to 4 inches. The cold is absolutely brutal. Rapid City, South Dakota, 6 degrees currently. Tonight, -4. Tomorrow night, -8. North Dakota, Fargo, -7 degrees right now. Tonight, -16. Tomorrow night, -19. Bismarck, -4 currently. Tonight, -13. Tomorrow night, -16. Grand Forks, -9 degrees now. Tonight, -18. Tomorrow night, -21. Minnesota, Minneapolis, currently 4 degrees. Tonight, -6. Tomorrow night, -10. Light snow Thursday into Friday, 2 to 5 inches. Street Paul, identical. Duluth, -3 degrees currently. Tonight, -13. Tomorrow night, -16. Lake effect snow from Lake Superior adds to your totals. Let me address what happens after this storm clears out because it's actually frightening. Saturday night into Sunday morning, the coldest air of the season settles in. Boston, Saturday night low -1 degree. Actual air temperature -1. Wind chill Saturday night -20 to -25. New York City, Saturday night low 7 degrees. Wind chill -10 to -15. Philadelphia, Saturday night low 4 degrees. Wind chill -12 to -18. Albany, Saturday night low -4 degrees. Wind chill -20 to -25. Buffalo, Saturday night low -6 degrees. Wind chill -22 to -28. Detroit, Saturday night low -2 degrees. Wind chill -18 to -24. Chicago, Saturday night low -7 degrees. Wind chill -25 to -30. This is life-threatening cold if you're not prepared. If you lose power in temperatures like this, you need a backup plan immediately. The cold persists through Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday of next week. Some locations aren't getting back above freezing until Wednesday or Thursday. That's 5, 6, 7 days below freezing consecutively. Everything stays frozen. Snow doesn't melt, ice doesn't melt, roads remain hazardous for days. Here's what I need you to understand about this forecast. I've given you 2 scenarios because the models genuinely disagree. The conservative scenario is still a significant winter storm with major impacts. The aggressive scenario is a historic winter storm that would be talked about for years. Which one happens? We'll know much more tomorrow. The trend over the last 24 hours has been toward the aggressive scenario. If tomorrow's models continue that trend, I'm going to be forecasting closer to the aggressive numbers. If they trend back toward the GFS, I'll be closer to the conservative numbers. This is not me hedging or refusing to make a call. This is me being honest about meteorological uncertainty when models disagree substantially. Any forecaster who's giving you a single number right now with high confidence is either not looking at all the models or is oversimplifying the situation. What I can tell you with certainty is this. If you're in the path of this system, make your preparations now. Friday and Saturday travel should be avoided if at all possible. If you must travel, have emergency supplies in your car. Blankets, water, snacks, flashlight, phone charger. Tell someone your route and expected arrival time. For those in areas expecting heavy snow, make sure you have what you need before the storm arrives. Bread and milk jokes aside, think about whether you have enough food for a few days if you can't get out. Do you have medications you need? Do you have a way to heat your home if you lose power? Do you have a snow shovel and ice melt? For those in the South dealing with extreme cold, take it seriously even though snow isn't your concern. Drip faucets tonight and tomorrow night. Disconnect hoses from exterior faucets. Open cabinet doors under sinks to let warm air circulate around pipes. If you have a crawl space, consider getting a heat lamp down there. Check back tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm waiting for the afternoon model runs to come in before putting together tomorrow's forecast. That way you get the absolute most current information. If you've put your location in the comments, I'll have a personalized forecast for you in tomorrow's video. Be specific as possible. If you're in suburban Chicago, tell me which suburb. If you're in New Jersey, tell me north or south. Which county if you know it. I know this was a long forecast. I know the uncertainty is frustrating. But when we're looking at a storm system with the potential to affect this many millions of people, with snow totals that could range from manageable to historic depending on small changes in the storm track and intensity, I think you deserve a thorough explanation of what we're dealing with. The atmosphere is complex. Small changes cascade into larger ones. A low-pressure system that intensifies 6 hours earlier than expected can mean the difference between 8 inches of snow and 18 inches of snow for a given location. That's not an exaggeration. That's the reality of forecasting winter storms on the East Coast. But tomorrow we'll have better data. We'll have more model runs to analyze. We'll have better agreement, hopefully, between the different models. And I'll be able to give you a more confident forecast with tighter ranges. Until then, Take the conservative scenario seriously enough to prepare. Hope for the conservative scenario, but be aware that the aggressive scenario is possible. Stay safe, stay warm, check on your neighbors, especially elderly folks who might need help preparing. And I'll see you tomorrow with updated forecasts.